Hey y'all, Jeff Nowak here, NOLA.com's digital sports producer. Just wanted to hit y'all with a quick film study, just to kind of look at something the Eagles did against the Saints last week. I expect to see a lot of from the Chiefs, from Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce specifically this week when you have that Week 15 showdown at the Superdome. And the issue being the Saints did not hold up well against a lot of the things the Eagles did in the RPO game last week. It's a very difficult thing to cover when the other team is doing it well because as a defense, you're just trying to call the right play and get into the right coverages for the play they're running. But when you're running an RPO, even if you call the right play, you can still be wrong, and that's the biggest difficulty here. And what I'm going to look at is a tight end motion or a tight end shift late that sets up a play against the coverage that they want. So what the Eagles do here, and this is what we're going to look at basically every time, is it's a 2x2 set. There are 4 pass catchers out wide and a running back in the pistol, which gives you that run option at all times. And with Jalen Hurts and a Patrick Mahomes, you also have the quarterback run option. So there are a lot of ways that a play like this could go. But when I say a 2x2 set, so you're looking at 2 wide receivers at the top, two at the bottom, so 2 pass catchers. So one's a tight end. This is Dallas Goedert here. So you end up with Marshawn Lattimore, C.D. Deuce, Janoris Jenkins, Malcolm Jenkins, all in man coverage. You have the 2 linebackers in the middle, and you have Marcus Williams over the top in cover 1. But this isn't the look the Eagles want. So they're going to shift Dallas Goedert inside, and that puts Janoris Jenkins and Malcolm Jenkins in a difficult situation. Malcolm Jenkins follows Goedert inside and kind of plays spy on Hurts at the same time because he stays in a block, and Janoris Jenkins shifts inside to Jalen Reagor and plays man-to-man on Jalen Reagor. If you remember this play, this is the play that should have been a monster gain for the Eagles, with Jalen Reagor kind of working across the field. But Cam Jordan forced an early throw, and Jalen Hurts just missed it. But what you're doing is you're setting up a play that you want against the coverage that they have already committed to. Because Janoris Jenkins has to shift inside on Jalen Reagor, he's playing off-man coverage, and that gives him a free release off the line, and then just so much space to work with across the middle. And the reason he comes so wide open is because Marcus Williams doesn't have his best rep here. He stumbles, and it's just Janoris Jenkins trying to chase down a really, really fast wide receiver, and it just doesn't work. But that's the type of concept we're looking at. It's just that late shift that makes the defense have to adjust, and that the Chiefs are going to do over and over and over again because they have Travis Kelce and he is a machine. So you'll see the end of this play. I'll show it to you. You'll see Marcus Williams stumble there. It's not what you want, but he recovered and had a decent game. Here's the reverse angle. You'll see it again. Anytime you can get into a situation where you have a fast guy running across the middle of the field with the cornerback in trail, and the safety falls down, you're in trouble. But you'll see it here again. So you have a 2x2 set. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have man-to-man across the board, cover 1 in the secondary. So as the theme goes, what do the Eagles do? They bring Dallas Goedert inside. And because this is a tight set already, that means that you have a very strong blocking formation. You have advantage. You have the advantage here. And all Jalen Hurts needs to do is wait for this pulling guard to come around, pulling tackle to come around, and he's going to just split that gap. And Malcolm Jenkins doesn't have a chance. And this is set up because of that late shift. Boom. Malcolm Jenkins is not going to beat a left tackle there. And it's a nice gain. Not a huge gain, but a nice gain. So let's go forward to the Chiefs. They did this over and over and over again against the Dolphins. Anytime they were presented with cover 1, which, as you can see, this is cover 1 here. They know he's going to sink deep because you have Tyreek Hill always posing a threat, and you have Mecole Hardman, another incredibly fast guy, and Patrick Mahomes can throw it 70 yards in the air. So you know that if you get beat deep, they are never going to be too far away to be hit. But what they do here is because you have this deep safety who won't be able to bite down. And look how soft they're playing Tyreek Hill. You just bring Travis Kelce in. He just runs across the middle, just like Jalen Reagor did, although he doesn't get quite as far across the field. And he gets a nice gain because he got the defender in trail coverage. And it's a nice throw by Patrick Mahomes. There are just so many throws that he makes throughout a game that you look at like, oh, well, not everyone can make this throw. He always can make this throw. He's not giving you any free misses there. And these are not replays. These are just the same concept over and over again. And all of these could be runs. All of these could be handoffs based on what Patrick Mahomes sees there. Again, shift Travis Kelce inside. And I believe this is actually, yep, it's a rollout. So he gets sacked on this play. This is a weird, I don't know what you're trying to hit here. The Dolphins actually played these sets pretty well, all things considered. I don't know why you would roll out to the opposite side here. I think this is just a misread. And this ball really just needs to be fired into McCole Hardman. Instead, he waits and takes a sack. But you will see that. That is something that the Saints need to take advantage of is Patrick Mahomes knows how good his arm is, and he tries to give it a chance. Sometimes he does that to a fault. He took a sack for negative 30 yards in this game. He threw 3 interceptions in this game. 2 of those were tipped balls. One was an insane one-handed interception, Odell Beckham style by Xavier Howard. And so you have to not only take advantage of those situations, you have to take advantage of them in the game because he won this game pretty easily. They were up 10 points in the fourth quarter despite Patrick Mahomes throwing 3 interceptions and taking a 30-yard loss and a sack and fumbling. He fumbled for negative 7 yards at one point and got it back. But, he had a bad game by his standards, and they won against a playoff caliber team. There's just so little margin for error when you play a guy like Patrick Mahomes. And so you just need to hold up. Here it is again. This is a run. These are the same exact looks. These are the same exact concepts against similar defensive schemes, and these are completely different plays. So as you can see, he shifts inside. You got cover 1. They don't pack the middle, and he just gives it to Le'Veon Bell for a decent gain. Le'Veon Bell's getting worked more and more into the offense here, and here it is again. I mean, it looks like a replay. It is not. He pulls it this time, and he hits Travis Kelce over the middle for a solid gain. And if you're the Dolphins, you see this play once, you think you have it figured out, comes back, instead of handing it off, he passes it. Instead of Travis Kelce running across the middle, he sits down and hitch. And that is how, ladies and gentlemen, you lead the league in receiving yards by just being unguardable. This play is interesting because I'm pretty sure Patrick Mahomes is trying to pull this. I don't know why you would hand this ball off other than a mistake. Because as you can see, the Dolphins play cover 0 and they bring 7 guys in pressure. So you either throw this fast or you pull that. There's no way you hand this ball off to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And you can see these 2 guys here. So the read here is you're reading the edge, and it's actually reading 2 guys because they sent 7 guys in pressure. And still, they don't play this correctly, and they dive on the run. And as you can, when you watch this here, Patrick Mahomes tries to pull this, and Clyde just won't let go. and that's what you end up with. But it's just the type of thing that's like Patrick Mahomes has basically a PhD in passing the football, and a lot of the time, these are last-second decisions. These are reads based on what you're seeing at the line of scrimmage. And because of that, it makes him that much more difficult to cover. And it's going to be a lot of the same issues that the Saints had in trying to cover Jalen Hurts. The one thing you can say, even though the Saints didn't hold up that well against the RPO game last week, you can at least say they had basically a very, very effective warm-up at what they will have to try to be doing 100 miles an hour faster this week. On this play is actually kind of interesting because not only do the Chiefs run these motions and motion Travis Kelce inside to run, to pass, they also do it to max protect. Here you have Travis Kelce and the running back motioning back inside because you see that kind of cover 0 look at the top. They show this pressure again. So he motions them inside, you max protect, and you say, hey, Can you keep up with Tyreek Hill down the field? Can you? That's always a question. He's coming up over here. Boom, boom. And you got to give the Dolphins credit here because they do. They stay right on top of Tyreek Hill. The Chiefs blocking holds up just long enough. Patrick Mahomes lobs it out there. He's always willing to just throw it up to Tyreek Hill and see if he can go make a play. He doesn't here. But that's something to keep. That you got to be prepared for. Even when you think you have a play dead, he knows he has just unstoppable speed in Tyreek Hill, and he'll just throw it up. Give him a chance. Let him run under it. And he almost does here. The Dolphins play well, and he still, and double cover Tyreek Hill still almost makes that. It's just, there's so many ways they can beat you so quickly, so easily, and you just got to survive it. It's not only Travis Kelce, because here's Tyreek Hill again. He's coming in motion, and this is a very interesting looking option play. I think you'll see this at least once against the Saints. I think this is the type of play that you would expect to see run in close proximity to the end zone, or even on a 2-point conversion play. But keep an eye out for this play. Keep an eye out for Tyreek Hill coming in motion around the outside. He scored a touchdown on a jet handoff earlier in this game from about 30 yards out. But not only that, keep an eye on Travis Kelce coming across the middle. As you'll see here, Patrick Mahomes gives him the little shovel fake. And if this is a 1st and goal from the 3, I think you give this ball to Travis Kelce and let him power into the end zone. Here, it doesn't make sense. It's just a fake. But I think just the motion here is something that this is a play that they have designed to work on multiple levels. And in a goal-to-go situation, you will see Patrick Mahomes shovel this ball to Travis Kelce, and he probably scores 9 times out of 10. And you'll see what I'm talking about here. There it is. Like in this situation, it makes no sense. You would not give him the ball there and let him get blown up by the linebacker coming around the edge. But if you need 3 yards or 2 yards for a 2-point conversion, I'll pause it. Boom. If he shovels that ball so in a situation where you're on the goal line and you need a yard, he shovels that ball. This linebacker is out of position and he's just powering into the end zone. If this is the goal line, obviously it's not. And it wouldn't make sense to give him the ball there, but it's just a fake that freezes that linebacker thinking, oh, maybe he will get it. And this offense is just a steamroller. The Saints really need to read their keys well and try to just not get beat for huge plays. Got to get turnovers. Got to put Patrick Mahomes on his back. Take advantage of the opportunities he gives you. And you just can't allow the 82-yard touchdown to Miles Sanders. You can't get undisciplined and do what Quan Alexander tried to do on that play, which was cut inside and not keep your lane integrity and get beat for a huge gain, a huge touchdown that completely swings momentum. You know, you can hold up for 3/4 of this game and still get just blown off the field on in the final quarter if you are not fundamentally sound in your reads. This is the touchdown. You'll see Tyreek Hill points to the cover to the deep safety here. And I don't know if this is a kind of design deke or if this is if he was actually pointing out the coverage, but you'll see how easily Tyreek Hill gets around the edge in a play that he should not be successful on. They leave a guy unblocked on the edge. The linebacker cannot get upfield. This is pretty well blocked in the second level, but you're just going to see, whoop. Obviously that line sucks. He stayed in bounds. It was more like, shoop, touchdown, 34 yards. And for an offense that is always able to beat you over the top, to be able to do this, to be able to score with 4 guys who should have been able to at least stop this play short of the goal line, not even touch Tyreek Hill. That's what they can do to you in a blink, and we'll see. But that's all I got for you. Make sure to keep an eye out for those Travis Kelce shifts. See if they do anything differently, and see how the Saints react to it. See if the Saints play a lot more cover 2, or late drops into cover 3, just to try to give Patrick Mahomes a few different looks. Not allow Travis Kelce to break over the middle as easily as he did in this game for a pretty huge game for him. Travis Kelce is going to break the NFL record for receiving yards by tight end. He might do it in this game. He needs about 120 yards. He's that good. So we'll see if the Saints can slow him down. They did not with Darren Waller earlier this season. They did a decent job covering the tight ends last week, but they didn't hold up on Jalen Hurts. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how they react in this game, how they play a little bit differently with Drew Brees. Maybe they can control the ball a little more effectively, keep Patrick Mahomes off the field as much as possible, and we'll see what happens. But again, my name is Jeff Nowak, digital sports producer for NOLA.com. Thanks everyone for watching, for checking this out. If you want to hit me up on Twitter, it's at Jeff_Nowak. Hit me up. The DMs are open. Let me know if there's any film study items you want to see, if there's anything I can throw out for you. And let's see what happens on Sunday. Well, first Saturday, because the Packers play on Saturday. And make sure to chant Teddy, root for Teddy, because the Saints really need that result. The Saints really need one final gift from Mr. Bridgewater, former Saints quarterback, as they go into this matchup, because it would be a lot nicer to go into a matchup with the Chiefs knowing that a win would get you to the top of the conference and not just keep pace with that tiebreaker scenario. But all right, until next time, thanks again for watching. Thanks again for tuning in. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, snail mail, whatever you got to do. Peace.